Welcome everyone to Lubbock, Texas, Jones AT&T Stadium, where their tortillas will be flying in celebration and in support of their beloved Texas Tech Red Raiders. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Ducks will kick it away first. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. So the Texas Tech Red Raiders return team didn't help matters out much with that one. There he is, the man who makes everything go, and they believe they're going to score every time they touch it when he's on the field, Jesse.
He plays with unbelievable confidence, Reese. Always knows where to go with the football. The entire playbook is at this guy's disposal.
Yeah, which is so much fun for a coach. So much fun to play with him. A guy that can do everything. Everybody on the field is active in a weapon.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 15. Back to throw, it's Morton. Gets it out fast. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because he gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
And the Red Raiders come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll give it to the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Finds his big tight end. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on 3rd down.
The Red Raiders will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Looking for a block, it's Johnson. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. So Oregon's offense has its first opportunity of the day. One thing to keep an eye on in this game, when they get it back, isolated on a linebacker, who wins that matchup?
The quarterback likes the matchup, but this linebacker, he's different, man. Not only is he a hitter, he's got the athleticism to cover people, too.
Normally you say that's a win for the running back. Running back on linebacker, I win. But this guy is different. Interested to watch this matchup.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Gonna run it. It's Whittington. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
You gotta have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm gonna start, and I'm gonna stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive, if he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Here comes the offense on first down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
So after the first down run, here's second down. Grab behind the line. It's Douglas. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And the Red Raiders racing to the line in the hurry-up. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
The Red Raiders will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Bottled him up, not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. From the gun, Give on the inside. Fighting off the defender. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Hold it. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Takes the handoff. It's James. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Hold it. Offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Power football with the run. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field.
Hold it. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. First down here for the offense. Wants to throw. It's Gabriel. He's got his man.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy every time. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him. Put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and use him.
Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. The pass is incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield, and that shot the quarterback took might have been a little too much. An ill-advised play by that defender as he makes contact with the quarterback well after the throw, and it'll cost his defense. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple of carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Here's the handoff. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Got his man to the left. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Caught in the backfield, it's Stewart. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Gabriel. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
The Ducks will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And he'd hope to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Wants to throw on first down. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, this tight end, he is like a receiver once he has the ball, isn't he? He's so elusive. He can make people miss. He's got some wiggle, and he's got some speed. This defense, they have their hands full trying to bring this guy down.
And the Red Raiders want to crank the tempo. Looking to move it through the air. Got his man. At the 45 on his way. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Makes the grab. It's Douglas. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
The Red Raiders have it with a 1st and 10. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. Looking to throw it again. Fires to the big fella. Really good pickup on second down there. Leaves him with 3rd and 2. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
He'll try to do it himself. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the 1st down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Back to throw. It's Morton. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sidelines. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
On the ground, it's James. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Lubbock. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Jones AT&T Stadium.
And the Red Raiders will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Low-scoring first half, but now an opportunity to get things off on the right foot here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, and the good thing is you had time to go in the locker room. You had time to discuss what they're doing, what our plan of action is now moving forward, Palmer. They might have caught them off guard a little bit. They know they should have made some adjustments.
Yeah, you had a chance to regroup and go back and think about, okay, where do we think we have our best chance of success in this game? Which side of the offensive line can we run to? Which guy can we throw to hopefully now have a much better second half?
They're getting this guy lathered up. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the last run, would you just give it to him again on third down? To the air, it's Gabriel. He lets one fly deep. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The Ducks decide to punt it away. He'll bring it back. It's Kelly. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. First down here for the offense. Leaves it with the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it. Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Fires to the tight end. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
And I don't think he got there. No, they stopped him short. He does not pick up the first down.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
The Red Raiders line up to punt it away. On the move, it's Johnson. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified. Running toward the tape. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Oregon. What a grab and go for the score. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
And if you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing that Get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going, and something can start to build.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
And the Red Raiders in the hurry up. Dropping back, it's Morton. Using the quick game. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
The Red Raiders will call on their punt team. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Quarterback on the keeper. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. Tie game here late in the 4th. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. Offense getting set for 1st down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Most offensive schemes are predicated on 1st down productivity. That will not go down as a productive 1st down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
Off play action. Caught in the backfield, it's Kelly. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Looking for a man. It's Morton. They're bringing heat. Moves away as he feels pressure. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it. Offense.
They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It is true as he puts 3 on the board.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the 4th quarter to take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights. All the pressure, all the eyeballs on him, he delivered.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Looking for a productive play on first down. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Quick strike complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Stopped after making the catch. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a connection. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing, an easy conversion for this offense. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
He'll just keep slinging it. Got it behind the line. It's Ferguson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan, limiting him so far. That's only his 2nd catch of the game.
Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. Coming after him. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He's going up top here late in the game. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the 4th, and the brain trust will go to work. They'll throw it on 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Deep shot for the end zone. Almost intercepted, and that might have been the ball game if he had held on. Instead, it's 4th down.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an L.
It is perfect. Final minute of play. We are deadlocked. Guys, what a finish we're experiencing.
That is a massive kick late here in the game to tie it up. And now, can your defense do their job and at minimum hold them scoreless here to put this thing into OT? Or even better, can they get you the football back and give you an opportunity to win the game?
Coming down the stretch in the fourth, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do, so tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. You just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And those good decisions are throwing the ball beyond the sticks, using the sidelines to get out of bounds, try to maximize this time and get in a position to win.
The clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Scanning the field, it's Morton. Fires to the wideout. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? 4 quarters, not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football. I'm finding out which of these two teams is the most mature, who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
How about getting that big play on the ground here in OT? Great job up front by the offensive line. This has been a long, hard-fought, physical game, but these guys look like they could play for at least another couple of quarters.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Stewart. And the Ducks pick up the first down.
That had to be a coverage bust because there is no way one of the best receivers in the country was that wide open. Somebody on defense wasn't where they were supposed to be. They had their eyes in the wrong place. That should not happen ever.
We'll get it started here in overtime. Gets it out quickly. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
Here comes 1st and goal as they try to strike here in overtime. Trying to barge their way in. Touchdown, Ducks! They strike first here in overtime.
Speed kills this offense. They've got multiple guys that can burn you. You can see it doesn't take them long to light up the scoreboard.
Now to push the lead to 7 in overtime. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
That makes the score 40.
first down they need to answer with a touchdown. Looking to throw, it's Morton. Throws to the wideout. He got it. Touchdown, Red Raiders. They got it in, and now an extra point away from the tie.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They need this extra point to send it to double overtime. And the extra point was good to finish things off. Here in the second overtime, they'll snap it on first down. He'll come out throwing on first down. Quickly complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
Motion from the offense. He wants to throw here on second down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
It is hard to get sacks on screens. I mean, the offensive linemen stay with you for a little bit. Defensive linemen squirt through. A lot of times they read the screen and backpedal. Not on this one. They got through, got to the quarterback, got him on the ground. Not good execution by the offense, but it still counts as a sack.
Big spot here, opening possession of overtime, and they're left with a 3rd and 9. They'll run play action. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
They'll try to put 3 on the board and take the lead in overtime. Defense will call a timeout. They got a peek at the formation, want to make sure they're in the right call on this big down here in overtime. They'll try to strike first with a field goal in overtime. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. Down by a field goal and a touchdown will win it. Let's see what they've got on first down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. From the gun, running back on the move. They get him down, tough run, picks up 4, they'll mark it at the 19.
Then you run that play on second down knowing it's going to make third down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
A big third down play to try to keep the drive alive in overtime. Hand off from the shotgun. Only able to pick up a yard before he stopped, and now it's 4th and 3.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Timeout called by the defense as they want to make sure they avoid any hint of a mental lapse here in overtime. So this is going to be rife with drama and overflowing with pressure on this field goal try. And this one splits the uprights. And the 3 ball gives us a tie. And now it's all two-point conversion attempts from here on out. Dropping back, it's Gabriel. They got it done. A great play call to give them the lead by 2. So now they'll need to answer to keep this game alive. From the gun, he'll try to throw. He makes the grab for the 2 and ties the game. So here we go again, and we'll see just how deep that two-point conversion bag really is. Snap in the shotgun. Tremendous execution to get the 2, and now they turn up the heat. Now they'll have to respond with a 2 of their own. Looking to throw. They can't convert. A great stop by the defense and a game-winning one here in overtime.